Microphones will not be amplified in here. These are just for the Zoom and the recording purposes. So welcome to our concert, our fall concert, the end of our semester. Before we start, I would like to thank Dr. Craig Silverne for making the recording and the Zoom for all our remote guests available for tonight, and to thank the band for their wonderful music that you're about to hear. And I'm going to keep it very brief. I'm just going to introduce my first number. This is, you have it in the program, but I was going to just tell you a little bit about it. Matthew Putnam, who is the composer, is a North Carolina native who is a band and choral director, composer, arranger, and educator. This march pays tribute to the wonderful march composers of the late 18th and late 19th and early 20th centuries, and also a professional organization that bears the same name, the American Bandmasters Association, which was founded by Edwin Franco Goldman in 1929 to promote the advancement of the wind band in the United States. So we will continue with, we will start with bandmasters. We'll continue with our second piece, a country tune from County Perry. County Perry is a rural South Mississippi county where the composer taught before retiring to write concert band music and marching band shows. I personally think this is a play on words from the taken from the very well-known Percy Grainger tune, Irish Tune from County Derry. Before our next complete band selection, we are going to feature our flute ensemble. Send in the Clowns is a song written by Stephen Sondheim for the 1973 musical A Little Night Music, an adaptation of Ingmar Bergman's 1955 film Smiles of a Summer Night. It is a ballad from Act Two in which the character Desiree reflects the ironies and disappointments of her life. Sondheim wrote the song specifically for Glynis Johns, who created the role of Desiree on Broadway. The song is structured with 4 verses and a bridge and uses a complex compound meter. It became Sondheim's most popular song after Frank Sinatra recorded it in 1973, and Judy Collins' version charted in 1975 and 1977. Subsequently, numerous other artists recorded the song and has become a standard. Send in the clowns. I'll invite my co-director, Donna Morris, up to conduct the next 3 pieces.
Hello. I don't know if Phil introduced himself. That was Phil Croto. Phil and I, Donna Morse, and we're the co-directors. Screamers in the van. We're the co-directors of Monadnock New Horizons Band. The first piece that I'll be doing is called Star Trails. It's by Nayoa Awada. It's was commissioned as a Japanese composer, was commissioned by the Fukaya Elementary School Band in Chiba, Japan, and premiered in 2016. Nayoa Wada was born in Japan. He stays in Japan, and he writes music that's sold around the world. So this is our first piece, Star Trails. First piece for me. That was great on Send and the Clowns. I don't know if it's obvious from, you might not know this, but Send and the Clowns is without a doubt the hardest piece we did this semester. It's a very difficult piece to do. It seems like the slower pieces are always, they're just very challenging. It was very challenging, so kudos. That was great. All right. Watch for the accelerando at the end. Remember that? we just did that to make sure you didn't think we were perfect. All right, so the next piece we're going to do is called March of the Freedom Fighters. It's a piece written by Carol Britton Chambers. She is a trumpet player, a composer and arranger on the music faculty at Texas Lutheran University, and lives in San Antonio. She also arranges and orchestrates marching shows for high school bands all over the country. This piece she wrote as a traditional march format, sort of reminiscent of, like Phil was talking about, of the late 19th century, early 20th century. And she wrote this to celebrate the nation we love and those heroes who fought for our freedom. So that was her purpose of writing this. You'll hear from her again. We have two pieces by Carol Britton Chambers. So this is March of the Freedom Fighters. Close enough? Yes. That's right. So I have a couple little changes, people changing instruments here quickly. The next piece is one of two jazz pieces that we adapt for the band here. They're written for a typical jazz ensemble of saxophones, trombones, trumpets, and a rhythm section, but it's pieces we love to do, so we adapt them for this band. Before I go, we do have a lot going on back here. This is our percussion section, and our percussion instructor is Michael Tromby, I don't know how we would do anything without. Mike is just invaluable in our percussion section. There's a lot going on back there, so it's a very chaotic, very busy, so they need to be right on top of it. 4 is a jazz standard that's credited to Miles Davis. There's a lot of controversy as to who actually composed it. It is probably doubtful that Miles Davis composed 4. It is jazz saxophonist Eddie Cleanhead Vinson says he composed it, but there's no real evidence one way or the other. But anyway, you'll recognize it. The original recording featured Miles Davis, Horace Silver, Perthy Heath on bass, and Art Blakey on drums. We have a group of band members that meets on an extra session on Thursday afternoons with Phil and I to learn how to do jazz improvisation. You will hear them tonight, and so we are going to do some improv in the middle of this tune. We're going to feature the same people on both tunes, so I'll just announce them now. You can figure out who they are. There's Dave Morse, Carlos Vicente, Jason Woodson, Deb Abbott, Alex Lang. I can hear who brought their fan club. Malcolm Katz and Brian Riley. So here's 4. Everybody ready? Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Okay. Dave, Carlos, Jason, Deb, Alex, Malcolm, Brian. All right. Okay, you 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. switcheroo here and do our other jazz tune.
So the order is Brian, Malcolm, Alex, Deb, Dave, Carlos, and Jason. Right? Say that now, and then I don't have to do that after. So, Steppin' Out with My Baby. Steppin' Out with My Baby was written by Irving Berlin and was featured in the 1942 film Holiday Inn, along with a couple other of his hits, Blue Skies and Easter Parade. Originally sung by Fred Astaire in the movie, many artists have recorded it, with one of the more famous versions done by Tony Bennett. So we have the same soloists in a slightly different order, and I'll ask them to all stand and be acknowledged at the end of this piece for the last two pieces that they did. So, Steppin' Out with My Baby. is truly fun on Thursdays when we get together because the last few weeks, all we've done is we've just started the tape, the track, and they just play. And it's amazing that as you go along, there's much more of a conversation that starts to take place, instrumentally, of course, but there's much more of a conversation that takes place. So there's a little dialogue going on between all the instruments and stuff, which is very cool. Our next piece is a little bit of a departure from that. So the composer said, put some notes in his program and says, this is his notes. I love heavy metal music. Having grown up in the 80s and 90s, many of my first music purchases were heavy metal bands, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth, and many others all hold very special places in my memories at that time. So the title Metalheads also serves as a play on words, as the percussion section consists of many metallic instruments that will be played tonight. Brake drums, cymbals, several other kitchen appliances, yes, that sort of bring an industrial edge to this rockin' tune. So this is Metalheads.
Cool piece. The next piece we're going to do is a little different than heavy metal. This is Red River Valley. You're probably familiar with Red River Valley. This particular arrangement is by Pierre Laplante. It's a well-known folk song in America, actually North America, and a lot of people think it's from the Old West and the Red River that borders Texas and Oklahoma, but it's actually not. It's unknown where the origin is, but the earliest renditions of this actually show that it's much further north. Canadian folklorist Edith Folk said this song is well known in many provinces in Canada and dates back to the 1860s when the Canadian government was establishing the province of Manitoba. In 1869, Canadian soldiers put down a rebellion of the Métis, people of French and indigenous heritage who had settled and were afraid of losing their land in the Red River Valley. Many fled south to the US. The Canadian version of the song is a lament by a Métis woman who's in love with a British soldier who is departing for home. The river is the one that flows into Lake Winnipeg, and it flows north from Minnesota and North Dakota. So that's where the best case scenario or best case background to Red River Valley is. And Pierre Laplante actually is of French-Canadian descent and lives in the Madison, Wisconsin area. So this is Red River Valley. Thank you. So we have one more. Before we play our last piece, I want to thank all of you for not only coming and hearing your family and friends, but supporting them through this journey that they're on. Thank you for supporting them and supporting the concept of New Horizons Band. New Horizons International Music Association, also known as NEMA, is the umbrella organization that supports this band and hundreds of others around North America and a few overseas. It supports bands like this one, provide a safe space for adults to learn to play music or get back to an instrument that they left long ago, and that's who I have behind me. I have been on the board of directors for about a year for NEMA, and have met amazing people around North America that are passionately involved in keeping this going. In fact, I think there were 5 of us on a Zoom call yesterday, all had a concert tonight. So one in Gainesville, Florida, Montreal, Toronto, Northampton, and us. And those are just the ones I know about tonight. So we're making music everywhere. We're having Our semester, our meet and greet for the next semester is January 3rd. If you know anyone that's interested, please have them just drop by. They can just ask questions, no obligation, just come and learn about it. We're going to be starting a new program next semester. We're going to be starting a complete beginner program. I've never read music. I have no idea what this page says. And it's going to be before the regular rehearsal, which is 7:30 to 9. We're going to go from 6:45 to 7:30. There will be no extra charge for that because it's our first time, so it's like, come do it for fun. So get in touch with either Phil or I, or look at the website. Hopefully there'll be more information on there very soon, as soon as I put it there. So I'm getting to it. So anyway, a quick thank you to two people and an organization. The organization is the synagogue. They are unbelievably supportive of us. We just say, can we do this, please? And they say, sure. And they have said sure to everything we have asked. Even through the pandemic, they were super supportive of how we could manage this, manage having music. We had music last year. They've been wonderful to us. Our connection, direct connection to the synagogue is Malcolm and Selena Katz. Without them, we wouldn't have chairs. So, Rabbi Dan, thank you. And Malcolm and Selena, thank you. You have no idea how important you are to us. So the last piece, Byzantine Dances, once again written by Carol Britton Chambers. It was a commission by the Ronald Reagan High School in San Antonio, Texas. It premiered at Midwest Clinic, which is kind of a cool thing that all of you have probably never heard of, but every band director knows about Midwest Clinic. It's a December convention for band and orchestra conductors in Chicago. It happens the week before Christmas, and it's just a ton of people. And that's where it premiered in 2018. It's generally meant to portray a set of Turkish dances. The first section is written in the style of a Romani dance. The middle section is slower in the style of a Zybic dance, which is a type of dance performed by a solo dancer symbolizing courage and heroism. So this is Byzantine dances. parking lot. It's dark, so just put your light on so we don't want anybody slipping. But thank you all.
So, and in tradition, turn around, buddy. Come on over. So, the band appreciates you guys more than you know, and you put in so much work, more than we do, probably. But we just want to know that you're really appreciated, and we all thank you.
Oh,
And
thank you.
one of these says, oh,